welcome everybody to the 100K Challenge Update. One deal, 100K profit. Here's our leaderboard. Now, this is last week. There you go, week 2. So you know what it is. And then we've got, so that's Team M first, right? Wahine, and then Team Apex. And here is our change for today. So, leaderboard week 3. Wahine has got a couple deals, cha-ching, cha-ching. He's at 235,000. That's not a bad team, Wahine. Good on you. Team M's, which is actually Emma and Emma in a joint venture for 2 of those deals. So Team Emma or Team M's is at 161K, and then Team Apex is still in 3rd place with 1 deal at 65K. So there are a couple of deals where I haven't got the numbers in yet. So these will jiggle about. Awesome effort. And so our grand total at the moment is sitting at 461K so far, which is amazing. Week 3. Woohoo!
Are we going to crack 1 million, Carol? What do you think?
Oh, look, I don't see why not. I don't see why not, because we're really motivated. Our teams are really getting out there, taking action, and absolutely going for it. So it's just neat. It's so neat to see how excited everybody is to get out and about. And I think the forming of the teams and everybody going out together is just taking on a bit of a life of its own, actually, to be honest. It's just very, very cool stuff. I love seeing it. So today what I thought we would do is we'd invite the lovely Kim Zencius to chat a wee bit about her deal. If I put the slides together and we'll just work through it. Throw out any questions if you've got them. This is Kim's deal in Rotorua. Kim, you are welcome to unmute yourself and talk to this deal.
Yeah, so it's like you can see it's here. It's up a little drive that you get into it, but it actually backs on to this reserve, which is actually really kind of cool. Like I said, it was everything that I was driving down to to Rotorua from Auckland, and oh, I've got something for you to look at. So I just kept laughing all the way to the bank, and I went, oh, okay, that's cool. Went through this house. Outside so far today, we've water blasted the whole house. I mean, actually yesterday and today. We have water blasted all the fences, and the garage. And there's some fixing to be on this decking to be done. So yeah, you go inside and it's potent is probably the most appropriate word. Yeah, that's where right now we're my real estate agent thinks he's probably at a bottom at about 530. There's an act, and over here where that little arrow is, there's actually an access gate that goes onto the pitch up there, which is actually quite good. It's 3 bedrooms, so in there we're putting in we had to put new carpet and underlay to get rid of the stink, because I just did it. We're going to just change some of the light fixtures out to modify it. I am changing the color is all going to be white on the walls. Some paint. There's some touch-up paint outside. We are painting the green again. All in all, the house itself we're talking about getting it done in about two and a bit weeks. So this will be back on the market probably sometime late the last week of October. I'm going to try to keep my costs down pretty low. The guys are working feverishly, but they just knock a whole lot out in a short time, which is really good. And I probably the realistic profit on this like 20 or 25 grand, but I mean, geez, how much do you get for just a short turnaround? I am looking at other properties as well. I got to do a little bit of a fix on the thing. The bathroom, we're just going to change out that head on there, and then the other wall on the opposing wall is blue, so we're going to just change it to be white. Yeah, that's what I say. It's pretty clean and tidy. It's just and all of this has all been water blasted as well, and he's repaired the handrails because they just look like somebody's just taken old and looking rotten. Funny thing happened. I get a call later this afternoon from my real estate agent. Said the neighbor in the house there behind that fence that you can see, he got a little rambunctious with doing the water blasting, and he blasted out some dirt. So all the dirt went down into their house. So she's asked if we can come tomorrow and clean her house up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. So we're using a similar green because I just said it's not a bad green. And we're gonna just keep it and just tart it up, and then just to do a little doctoring in the gardens. So it's gonna be really, really, really fast. Um, and yeah, that's why I thought it's easy in, easy out. I'm still have another potential property that I can't put an offer in until next Thursday. So that'll be a much bigger project than this one. But hey, you just take them while you can, if you can.
Yeah, exactly. Well done, Kim. And so your profit there, I estimated, obviously we were estimating 25K,
Yeah.
or $12,500 per week.
Can't, can't complain about that. At the turnaround, not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Cha-ching. Yeah, and I put that there too. Sometimes you don't need to be creative. Like you don't need to. Sometimes you don't need to pull out walls. Sometimes you don't need to put in a whole kitchen and a whole bathroom and that sort of thing. And you can still just move through it really quickly, make your profit, and move on. And then if somebody else wants to come and do even more major work, then it's still in there. There's still fat in the deal for them to be able to do that if that's what they want to do.
Yeah. It's sort of leaving a little bit of that, like there's some planter boxes and things like that, planting areas. I'm just going to go ahead and get some black bark and put it all down so it looks nice and neat, but then they can worry about doctoring it up. I'm just trying to make it look nice. Yeah, that too. Yeah. I met with a friend that I actually met down there and was talking about wealth mentors with them. And I went to breakfast with her yesterday, and she's like, I'm going to be away next week. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, yeah. She said, well, I'm going from Sunday to Friday, but she said, you can stay at my house as long as you just feed my cat. I said, oh, okay. I said, I'll let you know on Friday. And so, yeah, I'll probably go back down on Tuesday or Wednesday and at least have part of the week, and I don't have accommodation costs and get to terrorize her cat. But no, my poor cats, I got to go home and see them because I was only supposed to stay here in Rotorua until Wednesday.
Just a question in the chat there, Kim. So
Yeah.
you have reno costs. What about standard costs you would have around legal and selling costs?
In there. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm talking about probably spending reno, max 20, but it's probably going to be somewhere between 12 and 15. Um, so that and that it figures in. I getting my real estate agent to drop down their commissions. And then the legal was about 2 usually. And I always put 5 in the contract. So yeah, the guys are really knocking things out fast. I'm ripping and tearing the carpet up tomorrow. That's my job. And get that out. And so they can just run with it. Yeah, probably paint and the carpet are probably the 2 bigger things and the guys that are doing it. But no, I'm trying to get out by max probably 15 so it's minimal. That's why I say it's not in bad shape. It's just making sure it's a nicer look than. I don't know how people think that putting that tan shit on the wall is attractive. Sorry, that's my personal bias, I guess. It's like put white, it's bright, it makes it look bright. Yeah, so
Yeah, I remember you saying your preference was the black-white color,
black,
right?
white.
Yep.
And then we usually look flax pot, for trim on the outside for black. But this one, we have this nice green. I said, just go with it because especially for decking, I was advised at my house not to put a dark color down because it gets too bloody hot. So I said, we'll stay with the green and it matches what's on the garage. So I'm happy. I'm fine with that. I think it all up is about $1,100 for all the supplies for the paint and the other bits that they needed. And yeah, so now I've got
Yeah.
I've got the same guys that are work on it, and then I've got my maniac who does the he used the chlorine on he sprays it all on the fence, and it turns the fence to look like it's brand new.
How cool. That's a good tip, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. He found that he was water blasting and doing I think people are doing a 30-second wet and forget, but here you just go to a chemical company and you get this big 20-liter thing. I think we use 40 liters on this house because of the fence is quite a bit, plus the house and everything. But the house actually like glows with the white after.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it just cleans it up. So that's a tip,
That's
guys.
awesome.
It's cool. He sprays it on with like a weed killer pack, and then he uses the water blaster to soften it up, to get the rest of the dirt off. And it's wow. I mean, I'll send you the photos. I just took some this afternoon about what
That'd be great. That'd be great because then
it was
we can
like, yeah.
pop those up onto our Facebook page as well, so that we get the contrast from the before and afters. That sounds really awesome. So everyone, give Kim a hand. 100K challenge. She's definitely going for it.